All right, guys. So, as a course of addiction study prescribed by Crime Victim Care of Allen County, we give out certificates. These certificates show that you have finished our program in full compliance and that you are cured. Not cured, but you are able to move on. Signifies a lot of times that you're done with your probation. And we have a little certificate here. And I would like to present this to our graduate today, in showing that he has been with us, he's in full compliance, he's been a joy to have, and I'm really glad to see him graduate. I'm not going to say your name like that, but if you want to translate that.
ဒီနေ့ကျမတို့ဗာမယ် certificate ပေးတာပေါ့နော်ဒီ certificate လက်မှတ်တင်နန်းပြည့်ပြည့်စုံတဲ့ကိုတက်ထားတဲ့တင်နန်းပြည့်ပြည့်စုံတဲ့တဲ့ဟာကြောင်းပေးတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီဒါပေမဲ့သူကဟိုဒီအမောင်လေးနာမည်ကိုသူကမတော့မှာဘူးလေအဲ့ဒီဟာကဗီဒီယိုနဲ့ပါမှာဆို
All right, so here you go. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. So, I guess what we'll do is we'll talk a little bit today. Who here is familiar with Is anybody here familiar with the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous?
အဲ့ဒီအကြောင်းနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတော့ဒီ12 step 12ဆင့်ရှိရပါတော့အဲ့ဒီအကြောင်းနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးရင်းနှီးမှုရှိလားအရင်ကြောင်းလာလို့မရပေါ့သိလား
If I point to you and call you by a different name, it's because we're on film and I don't want to say your name on it.
No, okay.
တခြားနာမည်နဲ့ခေါ်မှလည်း
That's fine, you're famous.
So James, you've never heard?
No.
No?
Mm-hmm.
No? Neu? You never heard of the 12 steps? Okay, the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous, we'll just start from the very beginning. Alcoholics Anonymous is a recovery program. It's a program of recovery.
Alcoholics Anonymous ဆိုတာကဒီရက်သမားတွေပြန်လဲကောင်းမွန်လာတဲ့ program ကိုပြောတာဖြစ်တယ်တဲ့
It's cool.
Yeah. The program was started back in the, I think, 1930s.
Wow.
Yeah. By two men. Okay. Bill W. Patrick, yes, I started it back in the 1930s. Okay. These two people, they're usually referred to as Bill W. or Bob S., which also goes back to the idea of being anonymous. Okay, in the same way, we do not want your faces or names on the recording. This program was based on that idea. And that idea, the term in English used for that idea is being anonymous or anonymity.
အဲ့ဒီ program ကိုစပြီးဖွဲ့ခဲ့တာ1930ကနေပြီးတော့လူနှစ်ယောက်ကနေစပြီးဖွဲ့ခဲ့တယ်ပေါ့နော်လူနှစ်ယောက်ဆိုတာကဆိုဥပမာသူရေးထားတဲ့ Bill W နဲ့ Bob S ဆိုတဲ့လူနှစ်ယောက်ကစ anonymous ဆိုတာကကျမတို့စာအတိုင်းပြောလိုက်လို့ရှိရင်အမည်မသိရှိစာဆိုအမည်မသိပေါ့အမည်မခေါ်ချင်တဲ့လူတွေအတွက်ကိုပြောတာ
If you're curious, their names were actually Bill Wilson and Bob Smith. Dr. Bob. People call him Dr. Bob. They were two alcoholics, two people that were suffering from alcoholism. And they got together and they discovered that there was a way to stay sober. This was back in the 30s. The only thing that you could do for alcoholics were send them to, thank you, sorry about that. send them to an insane asylum, basically. Once you are so far gone, they didn't have a cure for alcoholism. They didn't have a treatment. They had treatments like belladonna, which I think was a medication, water therapy, they had electric shock therapy, they had all these therapies that they tried to use, but there was never any formal treatment that worked for alcoholics.
အဲ့ဒီအချိန်တုန်းကဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ဒီအရင်ဒီမူရစေဝါနဲ့ပတ်သက်ပြီးတောက်သုံးတဲ့လူတွေကိုပြန်ပြီးကုသပေးတဲ့နေရာဆိုပြီးတော့မရှိဘူးတတ်မှတ်မရှိဘူး။ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့လိုမျိုး electric shock လို့မျိုးဒီလျှက်စင်နဲ့ shock လို့တဲ့ဟာမျိုးပေါ်လာနောက်ပြီးရေနဲ့လုပ်တဲ့ဟာမျိုးအဲ့ဒါမျိုးတွေလောက်ပဲရှိတယ်။ဒါပေမဲ့တတ်မှတ်ဆိုတဲ့နေရာမရှိဘူး။
There was a group of people that got together before Bob and Bill got together. There was a group of people called the Oxford Group. They were a Christian group. Okay, the Oxford Group was a Christian group. The Oxford Group, they had a program that had not 12 steps, they had 6 steps. Okay. It was a different program. I don't know a lot about the Oxford Group. When Bill Wilson was at his lowest, when he was a drunk, nothing could change his life, somebody from the Oxford Group came to him and explained their way of recovery, that 6 steps. The basis behind this recovery program was the idea of service. Service to others.
program မှာအဲ့ဒီ sorry အဲ့ဒီအရင်ကဒီလူမျိုး bill နဲ့ board ရဲ့အရှိမသူတို့ group တစ်ခုရှိခဲ့ဘူးတဲ့အဲ့ဒီ group ကဘာ group လဲဆိုတော့ Oxford group လို့ခေါ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါက Christian အဖွဲ့ဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒီအဖွဲ့မှာကျတော့သူတို့ကကျတော့7နှစ်စင်မဟုတ်ဘဲနဲ့60ပဲရှိတယ်အဲ့ဒီ60မှာရှိတယ်အဲ့ဒီမှာလောက်တဲ့ဒီအဲ့ဒီမှာပါဝင်တဲ့လူတွေထဲကနေပြီးသူတို့လာပြောရဲပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒီဟာကအကုန်လုံးရတဲ့လုံးပြမအောင်မြင်နိုင်ဘူးမကောင်းပြန်မကောင်းလာဘူးဆိုပြီးတော့ပြောတာ
And before Bill met Bob, he tried out the Oxford Group. He tried out the way that they did this program, and he didn't have much success. He stayed sober. He didn't get drunk, but he was having a very hard time finding people that would stay sober without getting drunk.
သူကအဲ့ Bill Wilson ဆိုတဲ့လူကဒီဟာကိုလုပ်ဖို့ကြိုးစားတယ်ဒါပေမဲ့သူကအရင်မတော့ဘူးအဲ့ဒါမှသူကဒီအရင်မတော့ဘဲနဲ့သူအရင်တော့လို့ရှာတာခက်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါပဲ
All right. One of the main tenets of the Oxford Group's philosophy was that in order to stay sober, if you wanted to quit drinking, the best way to quit drinking and to stay sober was to find another alcoholic and to help them. You know, to help somebody else stay sober is to help yourself. That was the main point of this program.
The Oxford Group ရဲ့သူတို့ရဲ့အဓိကကျတဲ့ philosophy တစ်ခုကကျတော့ဘာလဲဆိုတော့ကိုကအရက်တက်ချင်တယ်ဆိုရင်ဒီအရက်သမားတရားကိုရှာပြီးတော့ကိုကနေပြီးကုညီပေးခြင်းအပြင်ကိုရဲ့အရက်ကိုပြတ်စေတာပေါ့နော်အဲ့ဒါကသူတို့ရဲ့အဓိကကျတဲ့ philosophy တစ်ခုဖြစ်တယ်
So Bill Wilson, he was on a business trip or something like that, and things weren't going his way. The Oxford Group, he couldn't find anybody that wanted to be part of the program, and he was in a hotel, and he was sitting at a bar, and he was faced with a choice. Do I drink, or do I go help somebody? And he went to the phone book and he just started calling churches and hospitals saying, I'm an alcoholic looking to help another alcoholic. He went through this long list and And finally, one of the places said, we have somebody for you, come see him. And that person ended up being Dr. Bob. Another drunk, this guy was in the hospital for drinking, another hopeless case of somebody that couldn't quit. And Bill and he got together, and they were kind of officially the start of Alcoholics Anonymous. This new group, a new philosophy on how to stay sober was born when they got together.
အဲ့ဒီချိန်မှာဒီ Bill was ညနေပြီးတော့သူကခရီးသွားတယ်သူကဒီ program မှာသူကရှိနေတာဟို Oxford Group မှာရှိနေတာသူ့တော်လူရှာဖို့လည်းခက်တယ်အဲ့ဒီမှာသူကတစ်နေ့မှာကျတော့သူက hotel မှာဘာမှတခုမှသူကထိုင်နေတယ်အဲ့ဒီမှာသူကအရက်ခွက်ပြီးသူအရက်တောက်အောင်မလားဒါမှမဟုတ်လူရှာရမှာဘာလို့လူရှာဖို့အရင်ခက်တယ်အဲ့လိုနဲ့သူကဒီဆေးရုံကိုသူကဖုန်းဆက်တယ်တရားဝင်အောင်လိုက်ပြီးဖုန်းဆက်တဲ့အခါမှာနောက်ဆုံးမှသူက Dr. Bob နဲ့တွေ့တယ်သူကလည်းအရက်ကိုဖြတ်နေတာနောက်ပြီးတော့ဖြောင်းလင်းချက်မဲ့နေတဲ့လူတစ်ယောက်ဖြစ်တယ်အဲ့ဒါကြောင့်မလို့သူတို့နောက်ဆုံးမှသူတို့ညကအတူတူပေါင်းပြီးတော့ဒီ idea အတိတ်ကိုသူတို့ကနေပြီးတော့ပြန်ပြီးတော့စတင်တာပေါ့နော်
So one of the first things they did, we have the Oxford group. It was a Christian group. One of the first things they did, they took Christianity out of it. Okay, it was no longer a religious group. Okay, it was a spiritual group. You know, it asked that you try to find a higher power. Okay. They asked that you find a higher power, but that was not any specific religion. You know, if you were Christian, it would be Christ. If you were Muslim, it would be Muhammad or God. If you were Buddhist, it would be the world. What would a Buddhist